Good morning, you guys. Welcome to my channel. Hi. If you're new, please subscribe. Today's Tuesday. I'm currently heading to work. It's a beautiful day. It's like sun's out, clear skies. I'm heading to work. Just a little bit of what's in the agenda for today. Yesterday, I was able to do 2 quarterly assessments on my residents, and I started to update their care plans, but I didn't finish. So I'm going to complete that and do 2 more assessments. The med techs yesterday asked if I can help her, if I can show her how to send off meds to pharmacy for repackaging. So what that is some residents, they do get their meds through other pharmacies. So when they come in bottles, for those of you who don't know, assisted living facilities are really not supposed to have any kind of like bottled medications, like pill bottles in carts. We're supposed to have them bubble packed or in cycle bags. So for those residents that do get their medications elsewhere and they come in bottles, we have to essentially send them off to our pharmacy to repackage into bubble packs or cycle bags. So I'm going to show her how to do it, and it's pretty easy. All you do is just count the amount of pills that are in the bottles, and then take out like 2 to 3 days worth, send off the remaining in the bottles to pharmacy so that they can repackage it. And in the meantime, you have about 2 to 3 days worth in a cart while you're waiting on the others to get repackaged. So I'm going to show her how to do that. Also, I have my one-on-one with the ED today. It used to be on Thursdays, but our clinical director of nursing services, my boss, she changed it to Tuesdays. So, and she's also going to be in a building today. So I'm kind of hoping that she's not going to be in attendance for our one-on-one, but whatever at this point. So I have that. What else do I have? I'm needing to set some time out to go over the assignment folders for AL. So a few months ago, I made folders. And essentially what made me do it was because whenever we had agency staffing in the building, they would just be lost as to where to go, even though they can easily log into the system and look at the care plans. In reality, not everybody, they don't all have the time to sit down in front of a computer in the beginning of the shift to look over stuff like that. So what I essentially ended up doing was making a folder. We have 3 halls. So I ended up making a folder for each hall with the apartment numbers in there, the assignments, who gets a shower, on what days, laundry days, schedules, kind of like a timeline routine of what the day is like for meals and all of that. And so what's ended up happening is that as we had more residents in the building, I've had to write. It was typed up. It was all typed up. So whenever we have a new resident, I would have to, just pen write or with pencil, whatever I had in hand, to update it. So it looks a little janky right now. So my goal is to work on it little by little. It's going to be a little time consuming, but I'm working on it. I'm really hoping that we're fully staffed, because yesterday, with all the intentions that I had to get to work early and catch up on some work, as soon as I get there, I get phone calls and text messages that 2, not 1, but 2 care partners called out. One of them just ended up coming in a little bit later, so I had to rush upstairs, get on the cart, relieve the person who was on the cart so that she can get on the floor and start care. Y'all, there's never a dull moment in that building, I swear. So I had to do that for like 2 hours, did the med passes, and then went downstairs and started my day. If the wound nurse is here today for 2 of my residents, I may want to see her. I'd like to meet up with her. Sometimes when she's in the building, I like to go in as she's providing the wound care just so that I can lay eyes on what they look like and make some progress notes on those because my boss has been on my ASS about me laying eyes. But it's so hard because I am so busy all the time that when the nurses come in the building, when the wound nurse comes in the building, first of all, she doesn't let me know that she's there, and secondly, it's like I want to let her do her job, but if I'm having to chase after her and see the wounds for myself all the time, like that's nearly impossible because we always miss each other. Sometimes, like yesterday, I saw her in the hallway, but she was heading out. She had already done the care. So that's that. I don't really have anything else going on, but of course, with my job, you just go to work with an open mind. There was a comment yesterday. I think someone commented on my short video saying that she had just had an interview or accepted a job as a wellness director, and she was just kind of mentioning that, and that she didn't think that it was something for her because she has a family, of course, and she said that it was just too much, it was too demanding. And I commented and I responded to her, for anybody watching this, if you just got hired as a wellness director, or you're thinking about having if you're an LPN and you're thinking about this kind of role, I just want to let you know that it is a lot of work, but it also depends on the company that you're working with. Not all companies require all these things from their nurses, but for me, in my role with the company that I work with, it is a lot of work. You've got assessments, you've got so many things. You got assessments, you have reports to run, you've got daily meetings, you've got literally last minute things that happen that absolutely need your attention. You have to communicate with third party companies, home health, hospice, the providers that come into the building. So there is a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot to the job. You're on call all the time. And so if you have young kids, I have a young one, it's hard. It really, really is hard. And so if you have some older kids, maybe they're independent, go for it. But if you've got a young one like me, it can be a bit challenging. This job is consuming, but it's also rewarding, especially if you love your job, especially if you love what you do, which I do. There's like that, you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because you love your job, but it's just so much at the same time. I just wanted to put that out there. If you just accepted a job as a wellness director, congratulations, first of all. No job with managerial responsibilities is ever easy, right? All you can do to make your job a little more bearable is to set in processes in place so that things are not so overwhelmed, right? If you're a very organized person, if you are, if you know how to manage your time, and which I think that's with every nursing role, you just manage your time wisely and do the best that you can, and always ask for feedback. Always ask for feedback, to just so you know how well you're doing, and areas of improvement. At the end of the day, I strongly believe that your job shouldn't take over your life. There should be some form of work-life balance at the end of the day. So if you feel that your job is just too much for you right now, then find something that provides that little bit of balance for you. So that's my little spiel for the day. I'm gonna continue driving and finish this meal replacement that I'm drinking here. It's so good. I think I told you in my last video what it is. It's the brand is called Garden of Life. It's got all the vitamins, supplements, fiber, probiotic. It's got fruits, vegetables, grains, all, you name it. It's vegan, so I love it. Hopefully I can get some footage when I'm working. So I will see y'all in the next clip. Bye. Hope that you have a good day or a good night whenever you're watching this. Tackle my to-do list. Hey you guys, I'm back with a voiceover. Just wanted to recap on how today went. Yeah, so I got in the building, and of course, the same thing that happened yesterday. They were short-staffed, ended up helping out on the floor to get the day started, and then our scheduler was able to put out a shift on the app that we use. And so someone did come in a little later, but I kind of wish that that particular person did not, because every time this specific this agency staff person comes into the building, it just feels like she can never get along with people that are that work with us. So there was a big altercation, and I ended up having to report her to the agency, and I happily walked her out because there was no way I could have let her finish the shift. So that was that. Also, I was able to follow the wound nurse, kind of see the wounds for myself. We're making some improvements with some residents and others, not so much, but I was able to write some progress notes on that. We've had some past issues with the wound nurse not taking progress pictures. And so because of that, every time we have our third-party meetings on Wednesdays, I don't really get accurate updates on what's going on from a clinical standpoint with our residents. So I do periodically, maybe once a week, see them for myself. I request the caregivers to give me a heads up when they go in to provide care so that I can see it for myself. But for me to have to go in with the wound nurse, I'm not sure why that requirement is even a thing. But anyways, I digress. That's one more thing added to my very busy workday. So I did that, completed the care plans that I needed to, also did the 2 assessments. So today was a very productive day. I was able to cross out a lot of things on my to-do list. It's just becoming very hard with the short staffing issue and having to take the time out of my busy work to help the staff. I don't mind doing that, but when it's like a constant thing, it puts me behind on my own work. With all that I have to do. But I guess it's the nature of the job. Must keep trucking on, I guess. I don't know, but I kind of, just start my work days now just expecting that we're not going to be fully staffed. And so I just kind of get myself mentally prepared for that.
All right, y'all, I'm going to end the vlog here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.